Oh, there we go. Negus, hey, what to do? There, hey. Don't go hiding off in that cage again, little punk.
You like it. We can get way back in there, man.
Yeah, where you can barely see him.
I'm glad you kind of waited to step last time, because that's freaking.
Yeah, I know we didn't really leave us.
And you were just hiding in that damn cage in there. You should be punished.
Robert Equal Chum, Melissa, that came in my sleep-deprived acid come down dream last night. Holy shit. Laughed my ass off at it. How do you do? Well, I'm doing pretty good. Not having crazy things like that happen to me, though.
We are the original VA loan specialists. What does this mean for you? It means we've been doing VA loans for 20 plus years. It's 95% of our business. The VA loan, zero down payment, and we can start with zero cash out. Regardless if you used your VA loan benefit in the past, you can use it again.
Couple isn't. Yeah, for real, though. Oh, bless all right, boy.
Yeah, she
Doing crazy shit since who knows how long. I'm gonna end up like Robert when I get old, if I do, because of substance use. I mean, if I ever get cuckoo, it's probably because of that, I would suppose. I mean, though, for me, I don't feel like I'm likely to really, like, go cuckoo. There's a lot of certain factors and elements that need to be applied for that certain instance in case to type of happen. It can.
Oh, you son of a mother, she does.
How can you prevent a wildfire? Throw out that car over vacation. Stony Lossum from South Carolina says hello. Stony Lossum saying hi to you, good sir.
Huh?
Stony Lonesome saying hello to you, good sir.
Hello, my peace and brotherhood.
There you go.
And always a bunch of nanny rust to get you there. Maybe for local, they really get you there.
What he said. This is slowly falling out of my ear.
You need some weed?
You
need some weed?
I mean, maybe for like a nug or two for tomorrow, because I got one right here.
Are you keeping track?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's 8 from last night, so... Well, at least it wasn't open.
It ain't from last night, and then 3/4, and then 3/4 from the other night, so... Let's see.
Yeah.
That smells, man.
How these containers sometimes. Whoa. Oh, there's even the other ones in here, too.
Yeah, I combined them together.
Okay. Just gonna kind of stir them around like that so they... Just only 2 little nugs.
That's cool.
Next time I hit Portland, my first stop will be Carl Boyle with Robert. God bless. Hey. Shit. I mean, honestly, dude, if you do come to Portland, DM me. Like, seriously. Like, we'll hook up, smoke some J's, smoke some bowls, and hang out. Go to get some food and stuff. Dude, there's a lot of places where you can get some pretty kick-ass food in Portland.
Donuts.
Well, hey, that's what we end it with. Like, we'll go get some kick-ass food, usually go to Voodoo Donuts as like an intern, and then we'll go get some more kick-ass food. And then eat the rest of our Voodoo Donuts. Because usually, like, I only order 2 donuts at a time ever if I go to Voodoo Donuts, because if I do more than that, I legitimately get sick. Because they're so rich and sugary and flavorful and, you know, and sweet.
Yeah.
And that ain't a bad thing, but it's because they're so, like, you know, rich in their ingredients. It's just like, oh my goodness, it's...
I don't think I've ever had one.
Really?
I don't really think I have.
Shit. I mean, I usually get a maple bacon bar, and then I get
If you brought them home one time, maybe, but
yeah, like I usually get a maple bacon bar, and then I usually get something else. And then it's usually I usually save the bacon bar for last because that one isn't as sugary. Usually the other option I usually get will be the most sugary, but I kind of have a little thing I get now. I have certain items I get. I get the maple bacon bar, and if I'm in the mood, I'll either get the Cock and Balls donut, or I'll either get like the donut that has Oreo crumbles on top of it, or there's this purple donut, and it has like these sprinkles on it, like these purple like grape like sprinkles, and the icing is grape flavor like, and that's really good. And then there's just a round donut, you know, just a simple basic little donut, but the glaze has nuts all over it. So I usually get like, you know, not like they're crazy wild donuts, but usually I just get something that's not like, you know, absurd. But even then, even that alone, that's still like, I will still feel like, whoa, I need to stay back or I'm getting a sugar rush right now. Thank you for your officer, of course. But I had good food. I had some good food in Portland. Never hit up Voodoo Donuts though. If I'm ever after, I'll let you know. Unfortunately, I'll probably not be in the West Coast for a while. Hey, it's all good. There's no rush to it. I mean, the closest Voodoo Donuts to you is in Denver, Colorado. They got, Voodoo has, I think, 4 locations. 2 in Portland. Well, no, 3 in Portland, so technically 5. 3 in Portland, 1 in Eugene, I think. If it's not Eugene, it's Salem. And then they got 1 in Denver, Colorado. Now, they might have expanded since then, but I'm pretty sure that that's about as much as they've ever expanded. Because they have a food cart Voodoo Donut truck, and then they have a secondary home building in Portland, and then they got their main building in Portland. But then they got one somewhere else in Oregon. I'm pretty sure in Salem or Eugene, one of those 2 cities. And then they got one in Denver, Colorado, as far as I know. The most memorably restaurant I had there was some Vietnamese place. It was outdoor seating mainly, served through a window. Needs a neighborhood. Yeah, I haven't. I don't know if I've been to that one before. It doesn't sound utterly or outwardly familiar, but there's honestly a lot of Vietnamese restaurants and Vietnamese food here. Like, there's different little, like, corners of Portland. If you just kind of look through, you will see just basically, like, little pockets of Vietnamese communities and culture. So, I get a lot of different types of Vietnamese food around here. The only / last time I went there was 2013, 14, something like that, between my junior and sophomore year summer break. Damn. Back when shit was kind of calm. When things were calm here in the good old Portland.
didn't know you never watched this page.
No, because I used to go downtown Portland back then in 2013, 14, and I was honestly, for the most part, just kind of oblivious to all the random bullshit. But I always would go down there if my friends go to get food and stuff, go sit out by the waterfront. My stepmom's nephew and my cousin, who owns a bike shop, took us around town. Oh, yeah, you do have your, you told me about that guy, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I know Harley's talked about probably wanting to check that place out. I keep forgetting the name of it. Because that's like one thing I have a problem with is names. I'm better remembering things and visuals more than names. Or manages it, rather. It's named after some other asshole named Abraham. I like how just this other dude is just pretty much summarized as some other asshole. I love it. Abraham fixed his bikes last time I checked. Okay.
There.
To be honest, I probably might have seen it offhand. I'm pretty sure I've said that before. Just being in Portland. My cousin. Well, if I ever just happen, like, if I do remember seeing some, Abraham Bikes, okay. I can remember that. It was in the neighborhood area. So it's very unlikely that I'll probably see it. But to be honest, there is a chance, because I go for Portland neighborhoods from time to time. I cut through them to avoid busy traffic areas or sketch areas. Like, there's a lot of neighborhood in between 82nd and a lot of different parts of, like, East Portland. So, so 82nd is kind of a sketch road. Pretty much the entire stretch of it. And, you know, so if it's more direct to, you know, take a bus route that's on 82nd, I'll either do that or cut for the neighborhoods and shit, because honestly, the neighborhoods are a little safer. Not always, but tend to be. And I'll stop by like little convenience stores and stuff in all the areas. There's this little family-operated little bike shop that's closer to my friends where they live at, and called like Clackamas Cycle World or some shit. I forgot exactly the name. It's like Clackamas Cycle something, or Clackamas like Bike something, and it's or like Cycle World, something like that. And
Ouch!
And it's ran by like this dude and his daughter, and it's just those two, as far as I know, and they got some pretty cool bikes. If I do say so myself, I've gotten, you know, I got a few parts there before. I've gotten, you know, my bikes tuned up a little bit there before, so, you know, they're definitely good people. Very chill. My friend Harley goes there at least once a month, if not more. If I remember, I'm pretty sure, I hear Bike-Cookies are Portland. I hear Bike-Cookies are Portland. Oh. Okay, bicycles. I was about to be like, huh? Alright. Little mistypo. It's all good. But yeah, bicycles is basically, you know, a major fundamental part of the culture of Portland. I mean, there are bisexual cucks there, honest. Yeah, there are. There's cucks of every branch and you know, strain of, like, person. It's cuck of every flavor. You, Dr. MC, what up? Hey, what a do? Stefan, what a do? Today, I'm just doing the chill bill. God bless cucks, whatever floats your boat. Yeah, I mean, there's actually like, I kind of have a mild understanding to a cuck. Not in like, oh, I hate the fact that my girlfriend or my partner is cheating. Not that aspect of it. In fact, that part's kind of fucked up and a little weird. It's the, you know, like chilling out, you know, like, and like, you know, like, it's the whole, like, it's pretty much like, for me, it's the understandable part is like, you know, being in a more open type of relationship where, you know, you add a third person and you kind of hang back for a second, you know, just kind of let them do their work and then you go back into the groove. Like, I mean, I can kind of, like, understand a little bit of it, but it's so weird. It's really weird. Like, just do a full-on three-way at that point, bro. You know? Like, I don't mind taking a break, per se, and watching, but, like, I'm going back in. Like, I ain't just gonna just sit there and watch for the whole fucking thing. Cucks are very interesting and very, really interesting. They're a weird group of people. Not weird in, like, a very negative way at all. Just, like, in that they're okay with the affair, but they're not, but because they're, like, turned on at the it's really interesting. It's really weird. It was pretty cold here lately. The heat wave missed the deep south pressure and heat patterns and that shit. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of a heat wave up here. I actually remember looking at the weather patterns about a week ago, and I was looking at like the pressure, things about like the lower, colder air pressures and the hotter air pressures and stuff, and it like going all the way around, seeing the whole, like through the whole U.S. Yeah, y'all are lucky. Y'all kind of missed it. It pretty much like hugged you guys. Like the heat hugged y'all, and then like the colder air decided to kind of stick around a little longer. That's increasing volatility. We get crazy cold snaps now. Deep freezes in winter and it changes. Yeah. Like, as much as people don't realize, like, hey, it's cold out down here. It used to be hot all the time. That's good. Not necessarily. I mean, yeah, it's nice that you got, some cool weather, for a change for a little bit. But that's not good that you're like you're suddenly getting like homeless for frostbite in winter 2 years ago. It's changing literally frostbite. Yeah, if you're getting frostbite in places like Alabama at night, there's a little bit of a problem. I would think there's a little bit of an issue going on climatically. I mean, again, it doesn't seem like it on such a small little area, of the world. But if you expand it to it, you'll know that it's noticeable that, this is sort of a negative effect. I'm in predominant Appalachian, South Carolina mountainous elevated area. Yeah, so, for that type of area, I can see in the winter, like, having, some temperate, cool weather, especially at night. But right now, and even, like, having, like, frost, and, like, people getting frostbite, if they're homeless, being succumbed to that type of weather, that's shit you hear in Portland. Like, I hear about homeless people getting frostbite and even freezing to death, depending how severe it is. And, again, that's fucked up either way. And the fact that there's homeless, freezing out there, during the winters is fucked up to begin with. So, I mean, not to mention the homeless don't even have care. Oh, man, yeah. Seriously, it's fucked. The least we could do for homeless is make sure they don't freeze to death outside, you know what I mean? Or at least that, I don't know. There's a lot. That's just a whole nother conversation. That kind of delved in, and we kind of delved into it a little bit last night, into off and on, depending on the specific topic. But I'm yearning to take a break for that for right now. Last night was fun though. It got intense and it was pretty, crazy and shit. But yeah, I loved it. It was fun last night. But not tonight. Let's keep it chill. Let's keep it chill for a minute.
Yeah.
But, yeah. If homeless getting frostbite, a little too chill. Aye, man. Woke. Damn right, son. Woke. Oh, there it is.
That's it.
That must be. Yeah, my back's not. Yeah, I had like a little something on like my shoulder blade, a little bit. I had like a little something going off my shoulder blade, and like near my back and shit. It's not like painful, but it's noticeably sore and just irritating. It's just like, what the hell? No chill, Flak 8.8 inch to 11 inch. Oh my god, you're just gonna unleash the Flak 88s, bro. You're just gonna unleash those Flak 88s on me? What are you gonna do? Turn my face into the moon? Like Mike Pence? Mike Pence's face is the moon, y'all. Just wanna let you know. Can we just, like, have an election for the moon and just make Mike Pence's face the new moon? The moon needs to step down. It's been there for a good few billions of years. It has ran its course. I see a bad Pence horizon. He's saying the gays are everywhere. Don't go out tonight. He may do conversion therapy. I see a bad Pence on the rise. Oh man.
You're gonna be banned from YouTube.
Just making fun of Pence's face. They're just saying it's the moon and just replacing moon with Pence.
Now you go to bed. I think the pills do it where I can't go to bed.
Guys, we got a question. What do you think's older? Moon dust or Pence dust? Pence dust or moon dust? Which is older? Oh man. I'm blaming Paul for this one. He's the one who had like a fucking laughing fit over moon Pence jokes. He compared Mike Pence to the literal moon and he just couldn't control himself. He had like a 10-minute laughing fit the entire time. Oh man. I'm pretty sure Pence doesn't believe it. Because he is the moon. That's why. He is the moon. Mike Pence is the moon. Hence he doesn't believe in it. That's why the moon needs to step down, bro. Mike Pence, the moon 2020. Doesn't the Bible say really crazy stuff about the moon? I don't know. You'll have to ask the moon himself. Moon Pence. Moon Pence. Mary Tranquillianus. Mike Pence's heroin high suck. Oh God. Islam's big on moon. Islamic calendar. Yeah, as much as people sometimes, despite all the criticism of Islam, there was a time where they were pretty much leading the golden age of science and astronomy and stuff like that, and mathematics. Like Islamic culture there was a time. Not really anymore. That time is long been gone and probably is never coming back. See tranquility in those Putin eyes. Goddamn, heroin looks like looking at us. Oh man. Optics was a crazy big one in glass refining. Oh yeah, totally, man. I just have my mind too much on this moon Pence thing, dude. I don't know if I can talk about the golden age of... I don't know if I can get into that right now. Oh man. Oh god. Okay, oh jeez. Too much right now. God.
I'll be back for me.
Okay. Did Pence meme himself again? No, I'm just memeing Pence. That's all I'm doing. I'm just memeing him. Well, technically, Paul memed him first, because he's the one who did the whole moon meme Pence thing in the first place. Like sheer optic refractory capability in terms of magnification and focusing and forgery, biggest accomplishment technologically. Damn, son. Namely due to abundance of volcanic glass. Awesome. Yeah.
You in the cage in there, I guess. Yeah.
Yep.
It's all cozy in there.
I guess it is. There are blankets and stuff in there. So
yeah, definitely.
I imagine he's comfy in there. I can't believe you were like you
I'm
like
freaking.
dude
I'm
like
in
when
the
you came
neighborhood
dude when
with
you
the damn
came
thing.
when you came back in here after you drove around and shit when you told me that you looked like you were just broken, you were defeated, like you like somebody like just like stole all your shit, like took literally everything and just like all like you just like literally like just everything about like just was crushed and
I
destroyed.
wish you'd have looked into the cage in there before I had to have that.
See,
drama.
the reason why I looked is because I heard a collar jingle, and
Right.
I was just like, okay, Bear's in here, because I know he's wearing his fucking collar. So I'm just like, I'm gonna look around over there, and I just saw that cage. I'm like, I'm looking in there, and I just saw his little snout, just sitting there staring at me.
At least we know where it's going now.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I thought, man.
Just check any of the cages that we have for our pets. He might be just chilling in one of those.
I mean, other things one would tell mom that basically the bear, I wouldn't have the bear, what I'm going to do. Yeah,
I wasn't really too, like, that's why I wasn't really too worried, because I'm like, I didn't see him walk away in there. To be fair, I might have missed him. But, you know, he didn't really, like, I didn't see him walk away or, you know, sneak out when my friends showed up, and that's when he kind of disappeared. So I was just like, he's probably chilling in here somewhere. I couldn't think of where specifically. But, but he was in there.
I forgot about in the cage.
Yeah.
Oh well. A life journey.
Hey, at least we could look back at that and laugh at it, and, you know, just think, because it was a mute.
That's a fun part about life.
I mean, that was to be fair, that was kind of amusing, just, you know, for a while, watching it be kind of, being like, oh god, where'd he go? And he's just kind of chilling, hanging out, sleeping, doing his own thing. Oh man. I'm sure y'all were noticing last night, Robert was trying to find Bear and shit, and I was actually going to cut the stream short last night, but then I found him, and I was like, never mind, we don't have to cut the stream. What are your thoughts on push/pull propeller aircraft of 20th century with propeller behind a canopy? Oh, like pushers? I think they're kind of cool. Like, my favorite one is the J7W1 Shinden. It's a Japanese experimental aircraft. Only 2 of them were ever made, and one of them only flew for about 32 minutes or something like that. That's one of my favorite aircraft because I thought, because it's a really cool looking design. It kind of reminds me of a Ki-43 Oscar, but backwards. I would be cautious jumping out at high speed. I would literally, like, make sure I'm upside down when I, like, so when I just kind of fall out, I just fall. You know, I don't have to, like, hop out and then just, you know, get, you know, just, like, cut into, like, you know, this mist and bits, you know, of human and shit. I'd rather not that happen. So, just, like, if I can, have the plane upside down, then bail out, if I had to, you know, jumping out of the damn thing. I mean, or, you know, like, or make sure there's an ejector seat equipped, so it at least will launch you higher than the propellers, so, you know, when you just kind of fly, when the plane goes behind you, you're just kind of flying it, you know, going on. Just from airspeed moving over your mouth is going to hard to grasp breath. Oh, yeah. It's hard enough to breathe jumping out of a low-speed aircraft at high-speed one with 50 forces. Yeah, dude. That's one thing I've always wondered about people, you know, who jump out of these aircraft and are, you know, skydiving, shit like that. Like, how are you catching breath and all this? Like, because not all the time are they having, like, low oxygen masks. So, it's like, like, do you just, like, control your breathing? Like, are you just chill enough with falling that you can control your breathing, you know, so you don't panic or something? Or pass out due to, air deprivation, oxygen deprivation. So, I mean, I've always wanted to try skydiving just, like, at least, like, once or twice, just for the experience of it, but fuck, dude. I have a thing about falling from high heights. That's why I think about it, and I'm like, oh god, my heart's pounding already just thinking about it. I'm okay being in, you know, in a plane, looking out, you know, at high altitudes and shit like that. But, you know, it's just like, I'd be fine with that, but jumping out of something like that, ugh, oh my god, no thank you. I know the Dorian Air 335 had an injector, but there was so much G-force, I don't know exactly from what, that ripped arms off. Damn, it was powered electronic now. Okay. They pulled a handle on a canopy and it's ejected and ripped arms off. Jeez. Imagine being on a bad edible before jumping out of a plane. Not a bad edible. Now, if I was tripping balls on a good edible and I was like, let's fucking do it, man! Woo! You know, like, just wanting to have a good time, I'd probably fucking be all ecstatic about it. It'd be a good time. Honestly, like, I think once the chute actually opens and we're just kind of, like, gliding our way down, like, that would be chill. Like, honestly, that once I get over that type of shit, I'd be just fine. It's the fact that, you know, it's the falling, and if the chute doesn't open, you know, I'm falling. Well, you know, and I'm just dead. I can't edible before planes. Fuck that, Negus. I've done it only once, and I didn't really feel too much for most of the trip. It was only for, like, the first 2 hours. And then after that, I felt relatively sober again, so... honestly, like... I was just more like, damn, look at that sunset, because, like, it was mostly, you know, kind of flying over the Canadian-American border, you know, just flying over that, and just looking into Canada, essentially, and just like, damn, look at all that beautiful land, look at that earth, look at that sunset as it slowly goes into a sunset as we fly away from the sun type shit. Like, it was cool. That's just a bad environment. Overall, yeah, like, I don't recommend it. I really don't. I mean, because, dude, if I had, like, if there's screaming babies or some shit like that, or just some annoying pestering fuck or some poor, like, some bastard I really don't want to be sitting next to, like, it's gonna be a bad time, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's a very, hospitable environment. It's not the wisest decision, you know what I'm saying? If you know you can handle yourself, then you can handle yourself, and you're fine. But if you can't, you can't, and I don't recommend doing so, you know what I mean? For me, I can handle myself, like, I'll be alright, so that's why I'm okay with doing it. I just don't, you know, it's just like, you just know what you're getting into. That's pretty much it. When it comes to any substance or any environment or anything, just know what you're getting into. I want to see binary sunset in my lifetime with my own eyes. Hashtag Markham Hill. Hashtag Bush Promised Man. Mars Mission. Hashtag taxpayer. Damn, son. Yeah, low-key, though, a binary sunset would be so awesome. Do you mean, like, 2 suns setting at once, or do you mean, like, seeing the sunset twice in a day? Because, like, I technically got that opportunity once when I went to Iceland. Like, I saw the sunset going to Iceland, and I saw it again once I went to Iceland. So I guess I technically had a binary sunset. But, I mean... I mean, like, oh god. Hashtag Zer, pro-luns, hashtag gay gender, hashtag asexual, hashtag non-binary, hashtag what the fuck are you talking about, hashtag you're breaking my brain, dude. Oh, Meg.
Oh.
Come here. Little goof. Oh, there you go.
I didn't know that was Spanish.
Because, like family, Granger's got our back. Call clickmeasure.com or stop by to see for yourself. Granger, for the one who get it done.
I'm looking for my BFF.
Oh, you mean your big fair fun? Well, we got big ride, big drive, big guns. Where the
Get rhythm there.
Yeah.
For Wilsonville Toyota, the dealership that sold more new Toyota vehicles than any other Oregon dealership.
Damn, my musical instrumentated mind.
According to Toyota North
Do you need to smoke some dope band? Go to a woke hippie drum circle. I did Nashville, North Carolina, hippie Appalachian town. It's having fun in the asylum. I love Okies. Damn. I did a little like drum circle once in Portland waterfront, but it wasn't really big. Actually, I met a dude there who I got a chance to see at a couple music festivals before. The guy was somebody who used to be homeless, but he still kind of operates like it because he has a bunch of people he knows and, you know, trusts as friends and
This
stuff.
man, right?
Yes.
Actually, both are mine.
Oh, I guess so, technically, yeah. But yeah, and yeah, so, you know, he had a lot of friends who were still, so he hung out with them usually, just, you know, keep him company and stuff. And he had his own guitar and stuff, so he joined in with that. And then, you know, I've seen him in music festivals before, too, just off glance, you know, so. I forgot exactly what his name was, but he was a really chill dude.
Bubba Brown. Is his name? Yeah.
Maybe so. I don't know. I forgot what it was. Imagine being at Woodstock. Dude, that'd also be so awesome.
That would be cool. Yeah, back in New York. Yep.
Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, for real. I mean, weren't you alive during that time?
Was it alive? Yes.
Yeah, so you couldn't, why didn't you go?
It was in New York.
Well, you said you...
Yeah, I was a kid.
Oh, you were a kid. Oh. How old as a kid?
I don't know. Let's see when Woodstock was.
There were assholes at Woodstock climbing on speaker pylons, ruining a concert, breaking equipment. Damn, dude. What pricks? I've heard rumors that there's that Jimi Hendrix like botched the Star Spangled Anthem at Woodstock, and the actual recording is something different from what I've heard. I don't know. I think that's just a rumor, but I could be wrong. Apparently, like, he was so fucked up on drugs and shit that they booed him off stage and stuff. Again, I could be wrong, and honestly, I don't know. But it's possible, I suppose, considering that he was heavily involved with drugs.
When was Woodstock?
They set pylons up on the upstate New York farm. People broke one, I think. Damn, dude.
Oh, it was in. That's before he ever graduated.
Oh, graduated high school? Damn, dude.
Because it was in 1969.
Damn. 1969.
Yeah, August the 15th of 1969.
August 15th? Really?
Yeah, August the 15th through August the 18th.
Shit, my birthday was in the middle of Woodstock. Really?
Right, yeah.
Holy fuck, I never knew that. My birthday's the second day of Woodstock. Holy shit.
He had rain and all kinds of stuff.
Damn, what? Okay, so what bands were playing on the 16th on Woodstock? I honestly want to know now. I'm pretty sure it was an overcast, dreary New York day.
I don't know. I haven't something pulled up here, but I'm not sure what, dear.
Oh, you're just looking at images. Oh, so.
In 1969. Yeah, I graduated in 71.
Three days of peace and music. So scheduled for August 15th to the 17th, but it went on an extra day. And it was in Max Yasgur's farm in Bethel, upstate New York, basically. Yeah, or White Lake, New York.
Yeah, that farm there. Yeah.
Damn.
I was a sheltered child at that time.
I was definitely a sheltered child too. I'm trying to find out who was playing on 16th specifically.
I should tell you, I don't know.
Jimi Hendrix was the last act to perform at the festival because of the rain delays that Sunday. When Hendrix finally took the stage, it was 8:30 Monday morning. The audience, which peaked at estimated 400,000 during the festival, is now reduced to about 30,000 by that point. Many of them merely waited to catch a glimpse of Hendrix before leaving during his performance. Damn. Hendrix and his new band, Gypsy Sound of Rainbows, introduced as The Experience, but corrected by Hendrix. Okay. There was 2 recorded fatalities, although the festival was remarkably peaceful given the number of people and the conditions involved. One from insulin usage, and another caused an accident when a tractor ran over an attendee sleeping in a nearby hayfield.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so both of them were basically just due to fucked up accidents. One was on their own accord, and another person was probably just fucked up and decided to use a tractor at the farm. There was also 2 births recorded at the event. One in a car caught in traffic, and another in a hospital after an airlift by helicopter. Holy shit.
Well,
So people were technically born at Woodstock.
that would be...
2 people were technically born at Woodstock. Holy shit! Dude? Those 2 people will have one interesting story about their births.
Oh, really?
Oral testimony in the film supports the overdose and run-over deaths at least one birth, along with many logistical headaches. Performance artists. Oh, cool! Finally, I found it.
Cool.
So Friday to Saturday. Okay. Cool. So from 12:55 to 2 a.m., Joan Baez played, and she was 6 months pregnant at the time too. Holy fuck!
Oh wow!
So here's August 16th. Quill was the first band. Country Joe McDonald.
Heard him.
Yep. Santana.
Yep.
Oh, nice. John Sebastian. Keith Hartley Band. The Incredible String Band. Canned Heat. They sound very familiar. Mountain. Grateful Dead. Oh, what? The Grateful Dead. Creedence Clearwater Revival played on my birthday. Oh, okay. Low-key, that's fucking cool. They play The Who? Sly and the Family Stone. Janis Joplin with the Cosmic Blues Band. Jefferson Airplane.
It was an old band, yeah.
Damn. Dude, some good artists played on my day during Woodstock. It actually has like little notes on here. So for Country Joe, it brought in for an unscheduled emergency solo performance when Santana were not ready to take for the stage. Joe performed again with the Fish the following day. Age 20, Michael Sharivi, the band's drummer, was the youngest musician to play at the festival. Speaking of Santana. John Sebastian. Sebastian was not on the bill, but rather was attending the festival and was recruited to perform while the promoters waited for many of the scheduled performers to arrive. So he played for a little bit. Keith Hartley, nothing. So the Incredible String Band, originally slated to perform on the first day following Ravi Shankar, declined to perform during the rainstorm and were moved to the second day. Mountain, this performance was only their 3rd gig as a band. Damn, so the band Mountain, their 3rd gig was Woodstock.
Oh, which band was that?
Mountain.
Mountain?
Simply called Mountain. Grateful Dead, their set was cut short after the stage amps overloaded during Turn On Your Love Light. Damn. So they blew out the amps, basically. The Who, briefly interrupted by Abby Hoffman. I'm curious what the fuck happened there. Jeffrey Airplane, joined on stage by piano by Nicky Hopkins. Okay, that's still, low-key, that's just fucking awesome, though. Jeff Beck Group. Yeah, there's like a lot of different things about different bands that didn't go. Frank Zappa, then with the Mothers of Invention, according to the class of 21st Century U.S. television special, said, "A lot of mud at Woodstock. We were invited to play there. We turned it down." Damn, a lot. The Doors were considered a potential performing band, but canceled at last moment, according to guitarist Robbie Krieger. They turned it down because they thought it would be a second-class repeat of Monterey Pop Festival, and later regretted that decision. Yeah, low-key, though, you did regret... That is a regrettable decision.
Oh, I did.
Man. What a festival.
Mm-hmm.
Brown acid was rumored going around about brown-colored tabs that were toxic. Damn. Did you ever hear Rick...
It was a wild event. I mean, it's mud and everything else, man.
Damn, yeah.
Everybody's naked nearly.
Yeah, I saw some pictures that Wikipedia was kind of allowed to show, and and yeah, there's a lot of people who were not really about clothes too much.
Yeah.
Here, let me just pull up what they had. Like, I don't see a lot of shirts going on people. So that's the first day, too.
Yeah, I see a bunch of shirtless men.
Well, it's a picture that, it's public, so they can't really show, like, anything super explicit.
Right, yeah, but shit, I know they had a great time.
Oh, yeah. How many of those people do you think probably are literally on a tab of acid, about to get a tab of acid, or just got one, or just high off their just high?
Oh, drugs were probably prevalent to shit.
Like these three dudes here, like that guy. Which one of them do you think is like tripping acid right now?
I can't see.
Oh, here, let me bring it close for you. I'll show the chat.
Oh, the one in the middle.
Oh yeah, dude, totally. That guy in the middle looks like he's totally tripping. All right, here's a picture of the guys. Here's some dudes at Woodstock. Which one do you think is just on acid right now? Just tripping. Yeah, I mean, honestly, though, I'm thinking this guy in the middle, though. Fuck all these bands that turned down Woodstock, Blue Cheer, Moody Blues. Yeah, there's a lot of bands on here that said that they declined Woodstock. And honestly, I mean, to be fair, I can't necessarily, some of them had understandable reasonings, and it sounds like a lot of them declined. Yeah, because it says declined invitations or missed connections, so... I mean, there's Bob Dylan, Simon and Garfunkel, Jeff Beck group.
Bob Dylan and Simon and Garfunkel. Damn.
Yeah, then Led Zeppelin too, even. Elvis, the Byrds, Chicago, Tommy James and the Shondells, the Moody Blues, Frank Zappa, Arthur Lee and Love, Free, Mind Garage, The Doors, Spirit, Johnny Mitchell, Lighthouse, Roy Rogers, Procol.
Roy Rogers?
He declined. He was asked by Lang to close the festival with Happy Trails, but he declined. Jethro Tull also declined. Raven, Blues Image, Iron Butterfly, The Rascals, The Beatles, even the Rolling Stones. The Rolling Stones allegedly were also sent an invitation but declined because Mick Jagger was in Australia filming Ned Kelly and Keith Richards' girlfriend Anita Pallenberg just had given birth to their son. When inquiries were made about the Beatles possibly appearing, it was also suggested a recent signing to their label Apple Records should also get an invite. That artist was James Taylor. When the group declined their invitation, Taylor's invite was withdrawn as well. But damn.
Well,
Grace had a family friend who was a White House Buffalo staff. She got a ticket. She stuffed a Prinkle-sized LSD pill under her fingernail. Damn. Planned to drop in Nixon's drink. She was recognized and kicked out of the ballroom vet. Damn. Could have had Nixon trip on LSD. Seriously, if you said no to Woodstock New York Fest 1969, you missed out, you cunts. You did, though, for real. Blue Cheer and Moody Blues are too good to have said no. Yeah. We could have added Food Talent to something beautiful. Something good. Something beautiful and good. good talent and some food talent too. Because why not? Because they're also professional chefs. Blue Cheer was OG Stoner Metal Rock.
Come on, Dave.
All right.
Come on, Bear. Bear, come on.
Bear.
Bear, come bed.
Bear.
Bear, come on. Come on.
Here, let me try again. Bear. Come here, Bear. Bear. Come here, buddy. Alright, you lazy little fucker. Come on. Bear. Come here. Come on. I see you in there. Come on. Come here. Oh my god, you're so lazy. You're like, alright, I'm getting up.
Alright, finally. Are you hard of hearing?
No, I'm just ignoring you.
Let's go to bed, baby.
Goofball.
Let's go to bed. Come on. Come with me.
Ask Robert if he knows Blue Cheer. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Blue Cheer?
A band. They declined at Woodstock.
Mm.
Or one of the bands that did.
Yeah, they did a great time. Didn't they?
Okay, yeah.
I was sheltered at that time.
Sheltered boy.
Yeah.
I know this. I know that sheltered life.
Mama's boy.
Yep. Why is it the mamas always usually do the sheltering? What the hell?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess they got the axe.
I guess they do. Robert should have gone. I mean, he was a kid, so I mean, he was like a teenager. He could have tried, but man, that would have been a very valiant attempt. Plus, being sheltered and all doesn't really help. Woodstock was Magic Lightning in a bottle. Anyone who went was lucky. Yeah, dude, they were so fucking lucky. If I remember right, I think Tyler's parents met at Woodstock. If I remember correctly, don't quote me on that. I really could be wrong, but I don't think I am. I could, but I don't think I am. I know they met at like a music festival because back when at their time and like those ages and shit, they were definitely not like fucking, you know, like they're well within like the hippie movement type of shit. Like, because Tyler's dad, of course, is kind of, you know, lost his mind in conspiracies and shit, and his mom, well, I don't know. Definitely more chill and laid back. For some reason, doesn't really like me too much. I think I don't know, but I could be wrong, but I think she might hold a grudge on me for some reason. But I could be wrong, but either way, it's still kind of weird and funny. If I could witness any historical event, like top 50, Woodstock would be one. Oh, dude, that would be on my like list of 10 places to be at, you know, for historical events. Not just top 50, dude. Like, I don't even like really doing like a list like that, but fuck, yeah, that I think if I had a gut reaction, like, hey, 10 places you could go historically, go. Woodstock would be in there, in the 10. If it's not, slap me. Ty's mom, yeah, she really holds a grudge. Yeah. I don't even really know what it could be about with me, specifically. I think just because I might be a bad influence, but honestly, I'm not really much of an influence on Tyler at all. Not in, like... I mean, I guess out of the friend group, maybe. But, not really. He influences himself. Not number one, but one among them. Oh, yeah. Moon Landing, Speak of the Devil will be in top 5. Oh, totally. No, she's still pissed about the time you were late to Journey years ago. Dude, okay, is this seriously still about that? I know about that shit. Tyler's the worst influence on Tyler than you. They definitely, than conscience, goddamn. Yeah. Like, that's just a... She's still pissed at Logan for the time he stayed at Tyler's for a few weeks. Are you serious? Then violence. Well. Yeah, like... I think I used to be, like, kind of like that, you know... in middle school and high school. Like... Can you grow out of that, bro? Like, you're an adult, you're capable of thinking critically. I know that for sure, so think critically of this type of shit. With your, like, emotional barbarism talk, basically, you know? But you're still pissed at Harley for the bikes from years ago. Dude, what the fuck? Honestly, I think, where Tyler gets his autism is probably from his mom, honestly. Because that's a very autistic thing. Because my dad does the same shit. He holds grudges, even if they're from years ago. And he's, like, fucking autistic as fuck, too. So, it's... I think that's where he gets it from. It's her. Do you guys like stoner metal? Of course I do. I listen... I like stoner rock and stoner metal. I can't name bands specifically off top hand. But... you know, if it's playing, I'm definitely gonna fucking enjoy it. Like, Stone to Jesus is one that, you know, I usually take a listen to whenever I want to listen to something real chill and awesome as fuck. But yeah, like, she has, like, going back to Tyler's mom as opposed to rip on her. Not to rip on her, honestly. I still like her. She's a good, like, you know, she's a, you know, good person, all that. But it's just like, I mean, this grudge shit, like, Journey was like, what, 2016? 2017? I was doing my WeTube shit at that time. That was years ago. And honestly, yeah, I was a little late, but her and I had a good time, you know, in talking to each other and, you know, smoking bowl with each other until security decided to snag it away. Probably smoking themselves. But, you know, it's just like, good lord. It's like, come on. There were dope Ukrainians barely spoke English, gracious and generous guys, generous with merch and CDs. Really? I didn't know they were Ukrainian. That's cool. I like Stone Jesus, got to see them. Nice. That's pretty legit. Not gonna lie. I like to see them. I know The Who, this Mongolian, like, Hunu rock band is fucking, touring and they're coming to Portland. I am definitely seeing them, and I'm buying an album. And I'm gonna see if I can get signed by them, because since they just basically released their first album and have a North American, like, they have a world tour already with their first fucking album, like, that's pretty goddamn impressive. So, I mean, I, like, these guys, like, The Who, Stefan, I'm sure you've seen The Who. Carl, if you haven't heard of The Who, HW Who, check them out. They're fucking awesome. Fucking awesome, dude. Stone Jesus are Ukrainian from Kiev, capital city. Oh, yeah, I know about Kiev. Stoner metal is bigger in Europe and Latin America than US. Which is interesting. You wouldn't think stoner metal would be, or stoner subgenres of music would be a big thing in those places, considering, I guess, a more taboo relationship with cannabis and marijuana. What band? A band called The Who. The HW. HU. Was I saying W? I just said W. Fuck. God damn it. HU. The Who. HU. I don't know why I was saying W. Fuck me. God damn, that's stupid. Stoner metal's big in Greece, Spain, Germany, Sweden, Chile, Peru, Argentina, Mexico. Oh, wow. I imagine in Mexico, it being big there. Because whenever I go to metal shows up here, there's a lot of Latinos and Mexicans that go, which is fucking awesome. Like, I love talking with them, honestly, because a lot of them, like, kind of like, at least a few I've talked to, like, kind of, like, kind of working it in with, kind of like some of their more traditional, like, Hispanic culture in general, which overall makes it even more fucking cool. Like, Latin culture and metal, to me personally, I think they go pretty good together. I saw Mexican psychedelic and surf punk guys play Stone and Dusted concert, January Fest. Nice guys played, awesome, nice. Hey, Meg. Yeah. Hey, pretty girl. Aww. Hi, girl. Just got a few pets out of her. They're from some tiny farm town in Sonora Desert. Same desert song, other side of the border. Nice. I gotta go out to these stoner festivals someday. God damn, my stomach is grinding like a major motherfucker. I'm gonna be right back real quick. I'm gonna find like a quick munchie I can just snack real quick. Even though I've been slightly munching all day.
Let you actually see a candidate's abilities in action to make sure they're a good fit the job. See beyond the resume with Indeed. Experience Indeed for yourself today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting at Indeed.com/promo. Terms and conditions apply. Baseball season is in full swing. It's a good thing Matt secured a venture with Super Poly Grip. Now you can enjoy the snacks as much as the game.
Hey, how are you? So great to see you.
It's that time of year when the family meets up.
Hi, come on. Get together, guys. Family photo.
It's a good thing Jack cleans his denture with Holiday, so he can enjoy the whole day with confidence. We all know life can be risky. What if we could protect ourselves from risk, even in just one part of our lives? How would that change us for the better?
Banana. Cherries. Get some fruits. Papa Murphy's with the hookup. Yeah, I'm gonna walk all the way to fucking Papa Murphy's when they're closed. Yeah. I have better luck going at fucking Domino's, and they're farther away. I miss Papa Murphy's. They were the dopest goddamn niggas loving shit, bro. It was good and cheap, and you could get it made quick. They're close down here, goddamn. Oh, wow, man. You're ranting hard about this shit. No more Papa Murphy's where I live. I'd kill to have Papa Murphy's back. Damn, son. Oh. Yeah, I don't really, like, go to Papa Murphy's often, but when I do, it is a succulent treat. Like the pizza I had last time, Papa Murphy's, and it was free. You wanna know how? We found this complimentary free large 3-topping pizza card, like a free complimentary, like if you turn this in, you get a free pizza, basically. And I'm just like, dude, I'm just gonna walk up there, turn this in, and get like a bacon, pepperoni, and olive pizza. It's all good. Papa Murphy's was in the Ghetto Strip Mall next to the Gold's Gym. Mexican kids selling hash pellets. Convenience. Dude, hell yeah, bro. All the convenience. Last time it was open was high school. Fuck, bro. Dude, I can't even tell you how much shit changed around my local area in, like, since high school, dude. It's pretty insane. Even being in high school, shit was changing. Like, there's this Max line. It's literally right next to the fucking high school. And that was literally being built the entire time I was going to school. And it finished the year I graduated. So, like, that was pretty much the entire time watching this thing slowly be built up. Changing the whole area of the whole layout of town. It was like a strip mall parking lot where the cops didn't seem to do anything about kids doping. Yeah, Jeez. they're like corrupt for another reason. Not like I think they really should be cracking down necessarily. Because that really should not be an issue. Non-violent drug offense, big fucking whoop. But, wow. Should you be doing, I don't know, your job? They're just two retarded dudes. Some cops are idiots as long as they don't bother. Cops, yeah, oh my god. Cops are so stupid. I got just to say more, our police system is so fucking stupid. It's not just corrupt, it's just fucking stupid. What am I tea getting? Oh shit. I left my tea in the freezer. Oh, a little bit of ice form. Nice. Ooh, got chill tea. Got a banana, got some cherries. Hell yeah. Snacking out. Too bad I don't have Wheatlands though. I love me some fucking Wheatlands. I went to the courthouse downtown to watch courtroom procedure a few weeks ago. Protest outside. I started talking to one cop. He told me this is private property. They need to leave. Dude, you told me about that. Don't even remind me about that, dude. When you told me about that the first time, I was like, you broke my brain, dude. You literally broke my brain. Now, hearing it a second time, I can actually handle it a little bit because it's hearing it a second time. I've already, like, it's information I have now been acquired. Not that I wanted it in the first place, but it's now something I can, like, kind of be like, alright. But fuck, bro. Like, they should probably learn what a public building is. What a public office is. And what, you know, public space is. And what private space is and private property is versus public property. And maybe he'll be like standing there for a legitimate reason, meaning like this public property as long as they don't cause violence or if any form, then they can be here. Instead, it's like the private property. They need to leave. They need to leave these premises immediately. This courthouse is owned by the government. The government works for a taxpayer. The government's not a person, dude. This cop was an idiot. Dude, I shit you not. This rookie dumbass idiot cop started chasing them. They outran him, chased him around the parking lot, and then a senior officer of recent had to tell him to relax and stop. He literally said this is private property owned by the state. That's an oxymoron. Because that doesn't work. The state doesn't have private property. Sorry. Like, dude, there's this thing called fucking school. Do you know what it is? There's this thing called fucking Google. There's a thing called a fucking book. I don't know. Maybe you should pick one up. Go see what these things are. And maybe it might not be so fucking stupid. Dumbass. On top of the roid raging, like, WWE fantasy playing fucking cops, these type of people should not be cops. Anyone who's just that fucking dumb, you know, and doesn't have a basic sense of what, like, public property and state property and government property is versus, like, private property, personal property, and corporate property, like, then they're just stupid. They should not even be in that position of authority. You should be working at a fucking factory job somewhere, making a living wage still, but, you know, lower on the pole or some shit, because you're too much of a dunce. Ran around like a fat kid, to free cake, and then has spirits step in and tell them to stop trying to arrest because they have broken the law. Oh my god. Yeah, imagine the fucking trials the judge has to go... Imagine, like, the shit the judge has to go deal with in court, you know, once they has to be like, oh, protesters were trespassing. Oh, no. Better pardon all these protesters who literally did nothing wrong and basically ran you around like a fat little pig, you dumb fuck. These dopers at random wackos. Yeah, it really emphasizes the idea that they're fat fucking pigs, don't they? Can't even outrun protesters who probably are holding signs and shit. You stupid fuck. God. Get out of our police force, you stupid dumb shit. Like, there needs to be, like, a intelligence test on top of, like, you know, fucking, like, you know, other, you know, on top of, like, rigorous, you know, training, you know, on, like, physically and otherwise, you know, on top of this type of shit, on mental evaluations, because some people are just too stupid for a certain job, man. And either they need to seriously fucking learn before they even consider it, or just acknowledge the fact that they're an idiot and just know that they're not getting that position and they should just fuck off on trying to attempt that. You could be a little security guy for a concert. How about that? You're still doing a service. You're still working, you know, protecting people. You're just, you know, on a lower totem pole. You're still security. You still have a little level of authority. You're just not a cop. Aww, is your dreams of being cop crushed because now you're a security officer for a fucking, like, concert venue because you're too dumb to be a cop? Aww, that's sad. Sorry. Hey, still get a decent wage out of that shit. There's a union still for you. There's still things out there for you in that type of situation. You're not fucked. So get over yourself, you little pussy. God. Life ain't a Disney movie, boy. Ain't gonna be that big bad cop saving the world. Sometimes it's just gonna be a little security officer manning a mall or some shit. Even then, I don't even know if I trust you to be a mall cop. Dumb fuck. I like how I'm talking as if I'm talking directly to this guy. He's never gonna hear this, but whatever. Still having my fun. There's an instance where a police department implemented a resorted education achievements upper threshold because they wanted some obedience surveillance. They had an upper IQ threshold limit. Wait, how do you have an upper IQ threshold limit? Why? Dude, how Orwellian do you have to be to establish shit like that? Oh my god, dude. Let's have a bunch of low IQ emotional monkeys to fucking, you know, be our police. I'd rather have the high intelligent, you know, very intelligent, rational-minded, calm, you know, and calculated officer than the brashful, emotional, low IQ monkey officer who, you know, is going to be shooting up half of the people on site. Planting drugs in people's fucking cars during stops. Handing out tickets left and right just because, you know, you did a minor infraction that a simple warning would have been good enough. They want people to not likely spot out corruption or abuse or shit like that. They want high school retards. It doesn't really stop people from spotting it. It's just that the cops themselves aren't. Or just oblivious. Have you ever seen the channel Gas Station Encounters? That shit's hilarious. I haven't yet. Though I probably should. Was it like cops at gas station encounters? Like they encounter people at gas stations? Or is it just random intense shit that happens at gas stations? The school cop in my Maryland high school I went to freshman year was doodling freshman boys in the locker room. Hashtag Spacey. Hashtag God bless. Nope, it's even better. Like one of the 3 school cops. What do I even say to that? Not to pull Tyler, but can we just give him a nice good walk in the woods? Nice good walk. Far enough away to no one to hear anything and just one bullet, it's all it takes. It's all it takes. Not to pull Tyler, but can we? Gas station employee confronting thieves and doing hilarious comments of it. Commentary of it. Oh, really? Okay, then. In all seriousness, no, it's the whole cop doodling shit. I mean, that dude needs to be locked up for life. Like, secluded away where no one can see him. He got caught doodling freshman boys in the locker room, and the school sent us home a letter like, we sent him to another school. God damn, I'm still against execution in all circumstances, but... yeah. What the fuck? Sounds like the Catholic Church. I'm still against cap punishment in all possible. Yeah, I know. I am too, I'm just... I mean, I'm that's why I said I'm pulling the Tyler, because I'm just saying fucking... just... commentary, not like because my serious thing is that dude should just be isolated and locked away and just fucked off from society. At least it wasn't arresting kids for dope while on the jobs. I think doodling kids is worse than arresting. Well, both are fucking terrible. God damn. Like, jeez, like, yeah, god damn, dude. Jeez, this is dark. Like, what are we, Abandoned Hope? Is this like TJ's Abandoned Hope? Are we making our own personal segment now? Like, goddamn, like, what the fuck? And speaking of which, I know TJ is listening to this, but goddamn, make another Abandoned Hope already. I am a $10 Patreon. A $10 Patreon. And we are not getting a subsequent amount of Abandoned Hope. Thank you. Took me a while to say a subsequent amount. Sometimes you just gotta laugh at the absurd, that's what I do. This Weinstein Cosby caliber, that's a little bit more than a Weinstein caliber. I don't think Weinstein's been ousted for diddling kids, let alone diddling boys especially. I mean, still kind of a scumfuck either way, but, I mean, still. Sometimes criminality is just too funny. I love all those kinds of people. Hashtag fuck society, hashtag punk rock, hashtag black flag, hashtag Marilyn Manson. Whenever I see his name, I always have like this emphasis to kind of like embellish his accent and shit. Marilyn Manson. Hashtag Gigi Allen. Manson has corrupted body. Coming forth through me through a demonic ritual. Charlie Manson wasn't such a bad guy. I'd party him and smoke some dope with him. And honestly, you know how many people I honestly thought who wanted to do that? Nobody. 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 Just wanted to do a Manson reference. A Charlie one at that one. Not a Marilyn. Just a Charlie. Same with Cosby or Dahmer. Okay, now you're pushing it with fucking Dahmer. You're pushing it with him. Okay, you're pushing it. Charlie Manson interviews are cool. Awesome. Hey, we got plenty of them, though. There's a lot of them, dude. I mean, people wanted to really pick at his brain. I mean, that's kind of why I'm in favor of having people like that put to life, because doesn't mean, because that's the perfect opportunity to pick the brain of these people, so you can learn more about their psyche and about this psychology of these type of people, so you can look for it in the future to try to prevent these type of acts that these people do in the future. So, I mean, yeah. Anyway, just a little side point. I don't hold a grudge against the mentally ill and psychotic. I don't either. I mean, I feel really bad for them. They just need to be separated / treated. Exactly, yep. I'm a determinist and materialist. I don't believe in souls or free will. Yeah. Souls are a goof. And free will, I just don't care about the whole argument about that shit, so, meh. But, I mean, overall, I mean, I'm kind of a similar way. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily outright call myself a determinist, but I suppose I hold a lot of the views of one. A materialist, I'm kind of like in the middle. I'm not like outright a materialist, but I definitely hold a lot of values of materialism. Brain is biological, computer assembled by chemical reactions. Yep. Bound by laws of physics and genetics. Yep. I'm a hard determinist. Yeah. I mean, hashtag super atheist. Totally, dude. Definitely. I'm definitely that. I'm one of those anti-theist atheists. The rare breed. And that's why I'm like, I guess that's why we get, like, even with, like, some of my, you know, friends who have a similar, sentiment, you know, they, you know, and still, like, try to pick at a few, I'm just like, dude, you just gotta go after all of it. You're nothing but a pack of neurons. Francis Crick. I concur with Francis Crick there, and I agree. Preach to the choir on that one. I mean, Stefan's pretty silent. I don't know what he's saying on this one, but yeah. I mean, it's just that we're the pack of neurons in our species that happens to, you know, continue to copy the similar pattern of neurons over and over again, like in other life. You know, we just happen to evolve the way to the ability to have some sort of self-awareness, more so than any other animal out there currently. I mean, that makes us unique in that specific evolution, but that doesn't make us entirely special. I don't accept that within the lone in the sciences, the subjective yet objectively quantifiable and the objective. Yeah. I try to do the very same. Like, I mean, because, you know, like, it's, you know, like, I always just, you know, like, whenever it comes to specific things, you know, when the sciences are applied, I always, you know, go forth towards what that says and what it means. And when it comes to stuff on, like, spirituality or, like, what, you know, what we are or what life is, it's just like, well, I'm looking straight to what the fuck science and scientists have to say about that. Because they're the ones who study it all the fucking time. Or at least the specialists who are, continuously specialize in studying these type of things. Like evolutionary biologists, geneticists, things of that nature. Consciousness is irreducibly subjective. Yeah. I mean, because there's no one truly even knows what the fuck it really is. So everyone kind of has a different idea of, you know, what it may be, hence why it's irreducibly subjective. Just like, what's after life? It's, while there's, at least as far as we know, at least an objective enough reality that we just indefinitely cease to exist, at least as we know it. But beyond that, you know, it's technically a subjective manner of how you view what is beyond that, which, honestly, the ceasing to exist, I think, confirms what the fuck happens. So, I mean, it's like, I don't know. Like, it seems pretty prevalent, pretty evident to me, but some people don't. It's some sort of information process, and you see how it rises to an gradient with increasing mental faculties coming out of disloactive psychedelics. As the faculties turn back on, so it's greater detail of subjective experience. Yeah. That's why, you know, there's an intellectual curiosity with trying psychedelics with a lot of different people. And why a lot of people, are curious about doing them. Because it's, a sense of, expanding that informational processing, which is something our species is partially desires to some extent. Maybe misguided in where it goes, but it's there it's kind of part of our DNA program to at least seek information and process it. We're nothing but a bunch of chemical reactions. It's all drugs and DNA, my niggas. That's why I like science. That's why I respect scientists so fucking much, because they kind of have they definitely have a better understanding of how reality works more than anybody. In all honesty, more so than others, depending on the specialty. Maybe less others depending on specialty as well. Because I don't expect a genetic biologist or like an evolutionary geneticist to know much about climatology, but they probably have a basic understanding of how it all works. But they'll probably refer you to somebody they do know who is a climatologist. Just as example's sake. When you're sedated with laughing gas, nitric oxides, that feeling. You're still conscious but halfway operating. Definitely believe in free will. The power of acting without the constraint of necessity or fate. The ability to act at one's own discretion. There ain't no scatty holding us down, my chungus. Damn, you just pulled a Carl Hardcore out that second statement. There's no scatty holding us down, my chungus. Replace chungus with negus, and I would have thought you were Carl for 1 second, to be honest with you. The first part, though, I don't know. Here, what the quote here: the power of acting without the constraint or necessity or fate. The thing is, you can have this similar thing towards determinism as well. But again, I kind of have the T.J. Kirk perspective of who cares, but because at the end of the day, it doesn't really change, how our behavior is. I think free will solution seems real to us in our daily lives, but I don't think it's real. Yeah. Because, if you take into account of something reacting to the environment around itself, and how, taking the fact of just your daily life and doing so, I don't think it actually exists. It seems like it, but I think solution. You can't Shapiro away neurochemistry and its reality. Yeah. Hashtag alternative facts. It's kind of a mix. There's free will, but limited by genetics and external factors. Because I think what you're thinking about with free will is like you reacting to the environment, but that's part of this is kind of where my more determinism side comes out, where your chemical, where your brain, a pack of chemical, reactions, in your head, is reacting to what is around by its genetics and external factors. And external factors being the environment, what the health of the diet, the air, it's everything. People find it depressing, dark, and bleak. I find it peaceful. I just don't really think anything of it. A lot of people find the idea depressing and whatnot. Yeah, I don't really think much of it at all. Because I just think more about hey, I'm still gonna do what the fuck I'm gonna do, whether that's free will determinism, so what, I really do honestly kind of hold the TJ, perspective on this, because I remember seeing in his TJ Does live streams, back when he used to do them a lot, when he was in the Tinderbox house, before that burnt down, there was times where he was talking about it, and then, before he started and ended it, he's like, I fucking hate doing this shit, fuck you guys, just being his super pessimistic self. There is no fate. We're not predetermined to do and not do what we do in life. Well, predeterminism isn't necessarily the same as determinism, because predeterminism is essentially having a destiny or fate, and there's definitely no fate, because if there was, then, literally what you do means literally nothing. It's like the most pinnacle nihilistic idea, honestly, if you think about that. And that's coming from a nihilist, like just pointing out the nihilism within it. And but the thing is about, you know, the idea of there no being free will is you're still not predetermined to do whatever you're going to do. That's still ambiguous. What you're going to do depends on what you're going to do as you react to the environment and what's going on around you, and your and then the reactions of what you're chemically reacting to and wanting to need and such. Hence why we have like primal instinct to eat and primal instinct to drink water, you know, make sure we're hydrated, stuff like that. That doesn't make any life less enjoyable to me, to be clear. That's what I mean by free will. A question I like to ask God believers, to quote the Burger King, does God have free will? Nothing's predetermined, we're living in it now. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's something I definitely agree with, yes. Ultimately, it's protons, electrons, and neutrons in our bodies abiding by the laws of physics. If you let go of the self. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you especially take the self out of it. I mean, because if you look at other forms of life, you know, that's essentially kind of how we see them operate. They just, you know, in a way, yes, you know, depending how evolved and they are as an animal or as a being of life, they may potentially either be, you know, more aware of itself or maybe not so much as aware of itself. Honestly, if God were real, I don't see why it would have free will. We don't. Why would other consciousness in the cosmos? Well, it won't. Is anyone arguing that? Does this make us any less free? Well, I guess I'm kind of curious what you more mean specifically by, like, free. Like, I mean, I'm kind of intrigued on that. You don't need a sky daddy to have free will. I was just giving a thought experiment. Yeah, I mean, it was just more of a thought experiment for the mind on that one. I've heard religious debate in it. Yeah, I get my definition. Where was it? I don't need free will. I find it happy regardless, whatever floats your boat. Yeah, I mean, that's part of the reason kind of why, you know, I don't really think anything of this type of stuff. I mean, because just like at the end of the day, we're still going to do what we're going to do because we live in the now. We're going to react to whatever happens in the now, however we see fit. You know, in order to sustain ourselves and continue ourselves and to continue making ourselves as happy as possible, or at least as, you know, as complete or as lively or however you feel, you know, that makes you feel you. Whatever that is. I know that definition is ultimately an illusion, but whatever makes one's happiest. Yeah. I mean, hence why, you know, I just don't think about it. You know? It's just like, I mean, there's a bunch of other people. We all react around what's going on around us and shit. You know, we're all just doing our own thing. You know, we're all individual situations, to quote the Burger King as well. You know? I mean, it's just like, I don't think much about that, you know, which, I don't know if it's weird or not, but to me, I don't know, I just don't. I mean, what makes you enjoy this best? I like it. This type of things that makes you think about psyches. Just, don't just dope and go to parties. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of why, you know, when I go to parties, I really don't like small talk. I want to, like, dig into people's brains a little bit. How are you arguing that everyone has predetermined fate? I said earlier that no one does. Who or what determines said fate? No one but you, really? I mean, you react to what goes on to your environment, so whatever your inevitable fate from making that reaction to what is in the now is on you, I guess. I mean, technically, yeah, but there's no ways for us to know it. Yeah, because, I mean, the thing is, there's plenty of other choices that we could all make, when it comes to our day-to-day lives. Like, instead of getting these cherries and bananas, I probably could have whipped up something in the microwave. That could have been a potential change, in the reaction of a chemical reaction to me wanting to be hungry and getting something to eat. So there are different things that, we could have done, essentially, that could have slightly changed and altered how, we are a little bit. But is that determined? Was that, something that you had a choice in doing? Did you have the free will to decide, do I want to make something in the microwave? Or it's so, to me, it's just so arbitrary. And just whatever, People seem to be offended by it, scared, like when they hear that maybe the afterlife isn't real or a deity. See, I'm okay with that. I'm fine. I don't find it scary or uncomfortable regardless, but still. Yeah, I find death in itself scary, but the after effect, I'm not. I'm okay with, because there's time, because everyone will kind of feel this, when they're sleeping. It's like in between dreams, it's like just after you went to bed or just before you're about to wake up, it's just kind of like dark and shit, just you're not hearing anything, you're not registering anything, it's just like kind of black, and you just don't, it's just a void, I'm okay with that. If anything, that's kind of like, to take some shit from Buddhism, like a little nirvana. Maybe I'm wrong, but still, this is what an objective look to me seems to point to. Yeah. Exactly. When it comes to like the afterlife, like life after death or something, or like what our fates, if that's what you want to call it. I don't, because if there's one thing I will disagree is that's dumb shit. It's like, it's your destiny. It's like, no, it's not. Shut up. When you meditate, mindfulness meditation, you see how thoughts arise in consciousness, that they float up. I'm kind of curious about the levitation shit, like the Buddhist monks or whatever that that supposedly can like levitate because they concentrate so hard in their meditation. I'm pretty sure it's bullshit, but like I'm 99.99999999999 infinity 9% sure that that's bullshit, but I don't know. You can't really choose your thoughts because you have to think them before you thought them. It seems real, but it's an illusion. Yeah. Inedible and go into flotation tank. Cho eat inedible and go into the flotation tank. Rogan. Levitation is most definitely bullshit. Let me be clear. Yeah. It just kind of popped out. It just kind of popped up in my mind because I'm high, so don't mind me. But I'm just like, that's why I'm like, I'm 99.99999, just infinity nines, like, because there's like, because I had a 0.1, like, just like, what's with that shit? Oh, what the hell? I had like a fat drop of like spittle from like the last time that was just chilling. What the hell? That was weird. Bleh. Bleh. I don't buy into most or even all meditation spirituality. Me neither. I don't. Like, I meditate But it's not like how people think. It's more of just me retreating into myself and just kind of like put myself in a position in an environment where it's like calm. And then just kind of like being in my mind and, you know, just in my thoughts. Like a time to really like calculate them and like really think them out. They really kind of like process stuff more about what's going on around my daily shit. Like meditation is good. I mean, however you do it, it's however you do it. I mean, that's kind of the whole cool thing about meditation. You know, like, you know, meditation in it itself isn't necessarily BS, but there are certain ways you can do it that's bullshit. And the whole spiritual meditation is bullshit. The whole religious meditation is bullshit. All that stuff is. But that doesn't mean you can't, you know, that doesn't mean you still can't do it. If it works for you, it works for you. But, like, you know, however you do it, it's however you do it, you know? It's kind of the cool thing about it. It's bringing consciousness to it still, focusing on one thing like breath. You want to stop the water movement so the self feels drops out. Yeah. I've only had, like, yeah, like, I'm a little different with it. Like, I've done meditation styles with that go like that. I've done, like, a sleeping meditation once, which didn't really work out, but I don't know if I was in the right mindset. Possibly wasn't. That's what the goals always seem to be. Yeah. Just a friendly reminder that this video still exists. What video? I can't watch that right now. You'll have to send it to me in the text or something. Because I can't watch it through here. The stream will die. It will die. It will die. I don't want it to die. Yeah, remember that video? What video is it? Tell me. Tell me. Is it the Ted Cruz ad? If you want to run in Texas, you can't be a liberal man. Your computer can watch it. That guy claims he's Chris Christie's brother. Challenges him. Oh yeah, the sumo guy. The sumo guy. Yes, the sumo guy. I love the sumo guy, dude. I love the Chris Christie brother sumo guy. I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh my god, I love that dude so much. I can't believe he was in my home state. He probably lives in my home state, dude. Unfortunately, it was fake. It's not really his brother. I already know that guy wasn't his brother. Some fat guy, or yeah, I know about it. I knew it wasn't his brother. That was obvious bullshit. But I didn't give a fuck. That was still hilarious. You gotta admit that shit's hilarious. That is like, my bets are on Idaho. Nah, dude, that guy's definitely from Oregon, bro. That guy's smoking the fucking weed. Dude, you know he smoked a fat fucking dab before he did that. He smoked a hella dab and just went out there and just slapped that belly a few times and showed Christie what's for. He was a fat queer. Dude, God bless the fat queers, bro. Dude, he's great. Amazing. Amazing. Let me just tell you. They're not my type personally, but bless him, you know. He's smoking worse stuff than weed. Smoking DMT, probably had like a fat DMT trip. Smoked some of that frog, bro. MO5 DMT or some shit, whatever that's called. Oh my god, another brainworm, dude. Honda.com. Oh, please take our Hondas. For a gram? It depends. The dude is from Idaho. Oh my god, you bets were correct? Fuck. It says so in the video. Damn. The dude should debate GLP. Oh my god, yes. So for an eighth around here, for what I call good weed, I can't get as low as 35 an eighth. Damn. Yeah, like it really over here. It just depends on the dispensary because there's a few that are cheap as fuck, but there's a few around here that are also kind of expensive. So it legitimately just depends. Just depends on the dispensary. I guess I can say that an average eighth for like top quality would probably be probably around 35 to 40, like good shit. Depending on, but that depends on the dispensary. Like, cause some are cheap, but some are expensive. So I don't know. It just depends. I can get 35 lowest. Yeah, cause $10 a gram, eighth, 3.5, 35. I got an eighth for probably West Coast green crack for 35 from my friend. Doing that under acid. Nice. Nice. I'd like to trip acid again at some point. Or shrooms, one of the two. I'd like to trip acid or shrooms soon. It's good quality. Hey. Uncle Acido. Let's probably turn that down just a little bit. Because this guy's voice is mildly booming. Oh, there's like some Reese's peanut butter things here. Cool. I'll have a few. Fuck it. If you want some, you can get them. I know I can. I'm just waiting for a motherfucker. It's like getting in the boat. The conditions have to be right. That is very true. Very much so. You don't want to accidentally fuck yourself up, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you don't want to have a negative experience. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm just gonna let this progress. Well, my finger's getting all bloody. The blood of the cherry. Oh my God. Jeez. Looks like I just fingered period puss. Had some period puss and I just fingered banged. Robert needs some acid in his Four Loko. Fuck no, dude. That's the last thing he needs in a Four Loko. Last thing you should be doing anyway is a fucking Four Loko, to be honest with you. Last for living, goddammit! God damn you. Alright, alright. You know what? If you happen to get him alone and he is under your supervision, I'm not responsible if you happen to be with him alone, even if I find you to. So, you only got 70 years left. I'll offer it. Hey, if you and I want to go ham on some Four Locos and acid, I'm down. But Robert, Jesus Christ. I think he'll be tripping literally for the rest of his life. I think he'll trip balls literally the rest of his life. Believe every conspiracy that comes out of Clyde's mouth. Not that he already does, to be honest with you. Like, he's now to the point where he thinks the moon landing's fucking fake. Like, Jesus Christ. He's just like, well, we won't know. It's just like, yeah, we do. You dip. Robert still got some Woodstock in him. God damn it. Oh my god. Oh man, yeah, he's like his own. He's like a walking Woodstock. Yeah, totally. Oh Jesus Christ. Oh man. That's awesome. When I meet crazies like that, I don't challenge at all. I'm amused and laugh. I nod my head and ask questions. I want to hear what they have to say. The moon landing was fake. How half 100,000 NASA employees keep quiet all these years? Dude, Here, I have a rebuttal for you. Do you expect them to understand the complexity and nuance of such a program and such events as, like, landing on the fucking moon? So, yeah, rhetorical, because I'm leaving that one rhetorical. And don't ask them, because they will go on a fat tangent that you'll regret. And I promise you, you really don't want that. You really, really don't want that. It's about a leak every time Trump destroys the White House bathroom. That's... Dude, imagine the shits that Donald Trump takes. Let's do a cycle evaluation of Trump's shits. Like, okay, so what do you got? Alright, so first of all, we already kind of know what he eats. He eats McDonald's all day. That's kind of a given. You know, he eats fast food. He's an unhealthy fuck. He's a fat fuck. He's a beer keg of a human being. So, let's just dissect his shits. Like, what is his... First of all, what do you think is going on in those bacterial gut linings? Like, what do you think is going on with that gut lining? I mean, what do you think might be going on? What's going on with that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on with the gut lining? Like, what do y'all think is going on with that? Let's start there. The gut lining. What's starting there? From the stomach all the way down to the large intestine, down right out towards that rectum. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole gut line. Like, what do y'all think? Has there really been a Trump feces report? Or feces report? Well, hey, we're doing one now. Apparently Trump frequents bathroom at Harley's work and the janitors are getting pissed out. Damn. Anyway, well, so let's do. Well, here we're doing a report. We don't really got evidence. You know what? No, we got evidence. Hold up. I'm sliding, you whore. Fuck off. Get out of here. Piece of shit. Okay. 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 Example A. Example A. Example B. Example B. Let's go to example C. Oh, this is a good one. Oh, look who he's with. Oh, he's with Obama. How adorable. Alright. I have the best bacteria, let me tell you. I know all about bacteria, too much about bacteria. Tremendous. Aspartame. Oh, you know he drinks 11 Diet Cokes a day. You know it. I feel Trump's gastrointestinal microbiome is in poor shape from all the preservatives in Diet Coke, saccharine, and artificial sweeteners, aspartame. Not to mention too much cocaine. And Adderall. Don't forget Adderall. Cocaine would have killed him by now. He's on amphetamines. Yeah, Adderall. Trump has prescription for amphetamine pills like I'm on. Trump and a Happy Meal? And pizza gets a pass on my book. Not when your diet includes McDonald's in it. On a daily. And you look like the fat beer keg of a man on boots. Like, good God. Bill Clinton couldn't even keep a rape secret between two people. How's NSA supposed to keep a secret? I don't know. Final example, just for the memes. A taco salad. Look how happy he is. And look, you know that is a fat dose of sour cream right there. Look at that. That's a fat mountain of sour cream. You know that's just a mountain of cream right there, bro. A mountain of cream. And that's literally like 80% beef. Like 10% rice and maybe like 5% vegetables and like 5% grease from the meat. And then the rest is that fucking sour cream mountain on the side. President rape should be commemorated on Federal Reserve commemorative centennial banknotes. A commemorative series for Clinton and Trump rapes depicted in black and green ink on cotton. What the fuck, Carl? What the fuck? Anyway. Let's not get too distracted. Trump's shits. So, we know his diet. And considering the poor shape of his microbiomes in his guts and in his intestinal lining, let's get to the nitty-gritty. The shit. The shit itself. What is the consistency? What is the texture? What is the average texture, consistency, lucidity, density? These all need to be taken into account. If Trump has a stomach of iron, well, he has to at this point. Texture is peanut butter grease. Oh, very much so. The oils of peanut butter that rise up in like the top of a peanut butter jar that's been sitting for a long time, that's exactly the texture I have imagined. Very much so, correct. And the density, I actually do imagine it as like a crunchy peanut butter, but not just like a crunchy peanut butter. More so kind of like only a few chunks in there. Not like a chunky, but like a few, you know? And on top of that, just like this really a very light density. Like if you were to take one and rip it apart, it will be fluffy like a croissant. It will be fluffy and soft and breakable like a croissant. And God damn it! A fucking croissant, dude. Fluffy as a croissant. Greasy as peanut butter oil. Fluffy as a croissant. And I feel like the lucidity would be, like, I would imagine there'd be like pockets of like liquids, you know, like just like this liquid septic balls, you know, they're just like within like this fluffy croissant. It's like a jelly filled croissant if you think of it. And breaking apart, you just get, you know, just little pops of these, just little, you know, and it just leaves into a really murky mess, to be honest with you. Just like, it seems like a very big disaster, if I do say so myself. I think for the final note, the scent. What scents are we going to have to endure from a feces of a Trump? The shit of a Trump. What is the sense we're going to have to endure? What sense will plague our nose and nostrils and our tongues as well? Imagine the Down syndrome's milk chunk. Shut the fuck up. We don't speak of that. But what smells are we gonna have to endure here? I imagine, honestly, a mixture of literal cat shit and a dead possum, a 2-week rotting possum, 2 weeks approximate, and also the possum died because it got in a battle with a family of skunks. So also the scent of like the glands, like that smell that the skunks use as defense and shit, like that stink, like it's also on that corpse. So it's a mix, the aromas of like skunk and a rotting 2-week approximate possum with the mixtures of shit of a cat, on top of the daily homeless diarrhea that you may find wandering the alleyways of downtown Portland. I imagine that the aromas all collected and coagulated into a super aroma, and that is the scent of a Donald Trump shit. It smells like a Big Mac guaranteed. It is a Big Mac, I tell you what. Alright, happy you guys participated in the stream tonight. Oh god, we just like, man, that was really hard for me to control myself. Fuck. We just psychoanalyzed Donald Trump's shit. What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with me, dude? What the fuck? We just did a fecal report card on fucking Trump's shit. And I think we did a good job considering we never have to have ever seen one before. Oh, man. Trump has a colonostomy bile fermentation bag under his distended beer gut. Hope it fills up if my asthma explodes. Hashtag punk rock. Hashtag rise above. Hashtag black flag. Oh, wee! Woo! Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, Dios mío. Dios mío, Dios mío, Dios mío. Oh, Dios mío, cabrón. That's the true counterculture cucks. At this point, that is kind of a counterculture. But to be honest, I don't actually believe in culture. A pseudo fag that doesn't believe in a culture, let me just tell you. Excuse me. Excuse me. I believe in no culture at all, sir. Thank you very much. Hashtag misopathy for real. Hope it just tears genitalia. Haha, and he bleeds on the way to the hospital. Oh, you know, no matter what fucking ailment he has, he's bleeding in that hospital. Like, at all times. Goddamn. Somehow Robert logged out of YouTube on here, so now I can't go on YouTube. There's AMC. Can I go on AMC? I guess I actually can. And what the fuck? The Walking Dead is still going on? Why is that still a thing? The sun. If Jesus was from Texas, the hammer, the sickle, the only son. Mick Mafia? Whoa, bro. More shows. Lodge 49. More Walking Dead, because why the fuck not? Everyone has bows, crossbows, and knives and shit now. Alcatraz. There really is nothing. I'm not seeing anything on here that's good. This is a good analysis into like what's going on in the mainstream shit. And low key though, there's literally fucking nothing on here that's good that I'm looking at. And there's not even a big complex list. I guess they do have movies. They have a Tim Allen movie, Christmas with the Cranks. Oh, God. They have Chucky movies. Day of the Dead. Ender's Game. What the fuck? From Dusk Till Dawn. And Dusk Till Dawn 2. And 3! They got Gangs of New York, Gladiator, Gravity. Okay, whatever. Home Alone... yeah, all the Home Alones. The new one, Planet of the Apes, Star Treks, The Patriots. Wow, they don't even have a lot of selections here. I didn't really name off that many. There's only 31 movies? Are you fucking kidding me? Boo, AMC. Boo! Who's, like, actually fucking using this? Boo! 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 You suck! Whoa, 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 whoa. Tumblr is useful for porn only, or was. Yeah, it was, not anymore. I had an account literally just for porn. I only really used it temporarily. It's not that hard to really find any online. You get little outlets and you hang around them for a little bit, but then you just kind of migrate on. It's kind of what I do. I have like a few places I know I go to, but I just migrate. I'm just like a migrator. I'm just like, nothing good here. I'm gonna find something else. Oh, this place looks interesting. I'll check this out. Ooh, kinky shit. You know, something like that. It's like, okay. I'll have my fun. Tumblr was one of those places at one time. I could find a few people on Twitter still, but it's very fucking annoying because of Twitter's stupid layout, and they might even get rid of... Like, the influx of fucking people on Tumblr, literally, I knew it. I think I predicted this. Like, all the Tumblr arenas coming over here with their weird porn shit, you know, are coming over here now. And now Twitter's gonna be like, well, we should crack down on this too. So, low-key, honestly, seriously, fuck Tumblr, man. Not just because it was a shit site in the first place, but because they did this bullshit. And now it's a domino effect happening on Twitter. So, fuck them. They started this shit. I didn't want these Tumblr arenas getting their weird, super, like, no one wants to, like, know about kink shit, you know, type shit. Not saying that that's all Tumblr, but fuck. When Twitter inevitably bans porn, there'll be a big woke feminist sex workers backlash, #MeToo caliber wokeness. Dude, and you know what? For once, I will be with them. I will be side by side with them because you know what? I am for, sex workers and fucking people posting porn on Twitter if that's what they want to do. And guess what? They're all going to probably move to Instagram. And then guess what? Instagram's going to do the same thing. If they haven't already. I don't know what they are policy-wise on that scenario, so they're just going to move them around. The fuck do you think is going to do anything? I mean, it doesn't even necessarily get rid of the accounts, I don't think. Maybe they do. I'm sure they probably do, honestly. But for those that still are around, it's like, well, they're just going to tell you the other sites to go to and just basically get bookmarked, and there you go. Boom. All the good femboys trannies now came over from Tumblr. Best femboy butts were in obscure Tumblr blogs, the most heated. It never really got hated. It was first thing in the morning. Not much argumentation. I was observed for amusement. No stuff on. Instagram equal Facebook equal shit. Yeah, it is. Both of them are shit. Oops. Get out of here. I was half conscious during most of the days because it was just a lecture and I'd fall asleep and nod off. Not much happened most days. Nothing interesting at all. I'm sure there's some really weird shit in there. I mean, I'm honestly kind of curious to do what it says because I'll be kind of coming in here like, I'll probably have like, a biased opinion. But, I just kind of want to come in here and just kind of learn, just kind of see, observe, and just kind of, ask questions and stuff, and, just kind of, like, have discussions and stuff, Not here to friend or anything. I hope to maybe make friends, possibly, if that's even, if that's a possibility. And just, hey, just here to chill. Mr. Joe's going on that. During my sociology class, I was one of the 4 guys in class. Professor Brown, second department counselor. She talked about how it was sexist for men to not let women orgasm in college hookups. What? It's just the dude didn't do a good enough job at getting her off as much as getting himself off. It's like, dude, you dumb fuck. It's just... Oh, that's not fun. It's something you want to hear outside of the woke Twitter, just more boring because class. Still interesting and intriguing, though. Yeah. It's a little bit more... just passive, basically. It's not filled with, like, kill all white people or some shit. It's just like, here's why you need to tackle white misogyny that does happen systemically, and they kind of soften it. Which, you know what, it's just like, depending on the classes, I'm sure they're not necessarily terrible. I mean, I'm sure they're, like, I'm sure they probably sprinkle some really interesting shit in these classes. I'm not, I just question their actual value in the long run. Like, I'm fine with having a class on pretty much whatever the fuck it is, if it actually is, has some valuable for something those people taking that class can use it for, If it's just a way to basically push some, ideology bullshit instead of, like, trying to, expand on different ideas of these type of theories and shit, then I don't see it valuable and should just not be written on. Gay rights is in the LGBT studies class. I don't see if I don't at face value, I don't necessarily have anything wrong with that, but it should talk about the history, the cultural impact that it had, and the cultural significance of trying to push that, and around other parts of the world, and show the ideologies that are utterly against that currently in the modern world, stuff like that. Like if they actually applied some legitimate value into those type of things in these classes, I'd be okay with it. I'd be fine. If there was anyone in women's studies class who disagreed, they never spoke up. It was very relaxed and laid back. It was a morning sleep ASMR class. I know what you mean on that. I mean, that's why I'd want to do it in the morning. I'd probably do it in the afternoon where people are more awake and active. because then it can be a little bit more interactive. Right off my morning cream glass. Hey, nice. Oh, that's something Stefan said. What about calling up the Prime Minister of New Zealand and saying, "You go, girl"? I mean, I guess, why not? I mean, if I was a leader, I'd be like, hey, you've done some interesting policies and stuff that are actually kind of good. You go. Want to work together? And for shit we disagree on, I'd be like, well, let's hash it out. It's going to be in my next debate. Marianne Williamson. Oh, yeah. She needs to actually speak up in debates. Yeah, seriously. Same with Andrew Yang. Oh, but my mic is cut off. My mic got cut off. I'm going to tell you about that after the debate happened, like a day later. Like, good lord. Like, half of the dumbos on there need to speak up. Like, half the dumbos are on there. And to be honest, like, 90% of them need to just drop anyway. Like, oh man, do I want to talk about that right now? Like, I don't know. I guess we'll see where the chat goes, huh? I think James is going to be eliminated after this debate. I'm surprised he isn't yet. He got the night with the most aggressive candidates. Yeah. Which, if he doesn't try to actually be, I don't know, aggressive, like he should have been last time, then oh my god. I mean, if he literally does the exact same thing, you know, or at least 10 times better than what he did do last time, then he's just fucked. And honestly, I don't really consider him that much anyway. Like, I didn't really think he had a chance in the first place. Tulsi has a good shot. She needs to go straight to Biden and Harris. Oh, very much so. What's next debate? The last days of the month, if I remember correctly. I wish Trump would bring on the FME wokeness to rallies like he did in the early months of the campaign. Hey, maybe he will. Maybe he's holding it back a little. De Blasio has a meh record, but is good at debating. Him and Tulsi can double team Biden and Harris policy-wise. I guess. Like, the 90% of people who should drop out just, like, right now, de Blasio's definitely one of them. Like, it really should be, like, Biden, Harris, Warren, Bernie, Buttigieg, fucking, Gravel, and, what's, fuck, I'm blanking on the name already. What the fuck? Gabbard. It really should just be them going up in these debates right now, honestly. The rest of them should just fuck off. They're irrelevant, to be honest. Like, John Delaney put 96.8% of his campaign money out of his own pocket. Like, what a fucking sad, delusional man. What a sad, delusional President Simpson. I am President Simpson. They're going to be forced to in September. Oh, of course they are. Gravel's already out. He has no chance of qualifying in September. Yeah, conveniently, they left him out of a lot of polls, so he wasn't even considered as an option for, to be like, hey, should we put him in these debates? Even though he qualifies more than he qualifies more than, like, most of the motherfuckers that are in that debate. There's people who don't even hold the donor threshold, let alone like the fucking poll threshold, barely. So fucking rigged. Kyle said he has big disagreements with Gravel, but never says specifically where. I think he disagrees with being like, hey, I'm not here to win, you know, and basically just kind of like concede up front. I think he kind of disagrees with that fundamentally, but I don't know where else he disagrees with him from. Besides that, that's all I really know where the disagreement is, but if it's disagreements, which they are, from what I remember, then I don't know what the other ones are. I just know of that one. He kind of thinks that his whole campaign is kind of a gimmick on top of that. So I guess there's two. I mean, which I disagree with the gimmick part, but I mean, I kind of agree with the first point. But I mean, because it's like, yeah, you are kind of not necessarily conceding up front, but you're not running for that point. Not running for president. You're running to show who's for it, show off like, hey, fuck all these other people. You know, let me tell you who's the natural principle people, and let me tell you what policies they should all be pushing. Which a lot, hey, guess what? Some are, and I will help them, type of thing. Imagine if they cut Bernie out. Probably will. Biden will work. Buttigieg, Harris, Warren, Sanders have qualified for September debate. Well, of course they all are. Castro and Yang are close to qualifying. How in the fuck is Yang still, like... Yeah. Gabbard has to do well in this debate to have a chance. Well, we'll see. This is why I kind of kept my predictive mind out of this, because the whole fucking thing is just rigged. Like, there's certain people that just honestly should have been gone a while ago. There's certain people that should... There's at least one person that should have been on, you know, the debate stage, but he ain't. And it's just, you know, like, it's fucking... so absurd. I mean, it kind of goes back into the whole conversation from last night, but I won't delve into it again. That one tires me at the moment. But I get the gist, I suppose. This is all rigged, bad, burn all down. You get the picture. You get the picture. Burn it all down, change it all up, rebuild from scratch, bottom up, stuff like that, yada yada. Think he has a ton of individual donors? Well, yeah, he meets the donor threshold. I mean, honestly, like, there should be just, like, a generalized standard of, of, like, more restrictive qualifications during these debates. Across the board. Not, like, when it comes to poll number, especially with so many fucking people, you know, running. Like, when it comes to poll numbers, donors, stuff like that. Like, as each debate goes on, those restrictions just go higher and higher. That's for everybody across the board. So many fucking people that just shouldn't be in there. Not anymore. Like, at this point, it's like based off like a mild delusion. A mild grandeur of delusion. Especially with Delaney, if you look into his campaign. Oh my god. Sad fucking state of affairs with Delaney. President Simpson. No! John Delaney's just a big old fat... Don't! That's just what John Delaney is. But he's a fucking delusional motherfucker, man. He put like over $9 million of his own fucking money into his own campaign. And that is 96.8% of his money in the campaign funding. What a sad, delusional man, dude. Like, fuck off. They can't cut Bernie out. He has far exceeded both requirements. Well, that's why there's so many of them, honestly. Like, if this, like, honestly, if this was a clean election, a lot of these people would have dropped a long time ago because they know they wouldn't have a chance. Like, Delaney is a perfect example of these corporate disestablishment wonks that are here that just are like, ooh, I'm just gonna run to try to win. So off like this corporate style fucking platform. Chance to try to give everyone a fair shot. Oh my god. Where's the sarcasm? Where's the /s for the sarcasm remark there? Oh my lord. Which is why they didn't put Gravel in a lot of the polls, which is why he didn't qualify for the polling numbers, even though he probably would. He doesn't control the polls. Yeah, but who controls the DNC and the majority of all these different fucking polls? This whole established democratic system that's in place. And you think they're really gonna just be like, oh, let's just put Mike Gravel on polls because he's, we should give him a fair shot. We should make sure that, we undermine, putting Tulsi like in the early part of the polling, for the first debates by not really putting her on there and talk about her stuff. Not really going to talk too much about, Bernie's stuff either, really too much. To me, who is also controlled by the same fucking establishment. Like MSNBC is like the Democrat wing in the media. They purposely don't talk about Gabbard or Bernie specifically because that undermines their whole their donors and their own narrative and the Democratic narrative. That's why they're so fucking pro-war too all of a sudden, because the Democrats are all of a sudden so pro-war for all different shapes. To use the general stupid, because they're controlled by the establishment. They're controlled by the same system that our politicians are also a part of. Their whole same system's a part of. It's the whole problem of it. It's all ran by the same horseshit system that continues to ruin this whole fucking country and the world. I'm pretty sure, there's a stat on this, but Noam Chomsky said that that U.S. corporate media works better than most state media in making excuses for the U.S. state and a lot of its and being propaganda arm. and when there's candidates that go against the status quo of their propaganda for the status quo of the government, then they silence them, they undermine them, they hide them off they hide them away, don't even consider them in polls when it comes to candidacy and elections and shit. Where'd Karl Rove go? Normally he'd be exploding right now. He exploded the comments. Which is why I literally don't own TV. I do, but I use it for my fucking computer. It's my computer screen. So, I technically own a TV, but I don't use it as a TV. I use it for my fucking computer. That's it. Use it as a monitor screen. And a Xbox monitor screen. For when I play that. That's why, this is why people go to get their news from YouTube. Jimmy Dore quote, too. I love that Jimmy Dore quote, too. This is why people get their news from YouTube. Not literally like YouTube, the entity, but the different people and channels and commentators and all these different people who are on the platform. was a weird burp. That was like a AP Guardian Reuters and whatever investigative politics I can find from other outlets is what I use. Can't trust YouTube for your news. Well, I mean, I could find you some different people that you can check out. I mean, there's Mike Figueredo. I mean, there's also Secular Talk, who, I mean, uses a lot, and both of them use a lot of those similar sources there. There's Tim Black. There's Lee Camp from Redacted Tonight. There's Jimmy Dore, but of course I already know what you feel about him, so... There's Michael Brooks. There's also Sam Cedar. There's who else? The Rational National. There's Flash Fried, technically, in the clips that Deep Fat Fried uploads for Flash Fried. Which I've shared a few, so you might have seen one or two. Takes Kyle's arms because usually backs it up effects. No, those are news, those are commentary. All facts, not the opinion. They have the well, the thing is, they have usually have sources in with these videos. They all operate a very similar way. And Kyle is the very same thing, commentary. But he has sources in which back up a lot of what he talks about. Same thing with a lot of these other people. Like, Mike Figueredo literally just goes straight to the, you know, like, he'll literally, like, as he's talking in quotes and stuff, show off the article and, you know, of where he's talking, just like Kyle does in his videos from time to time. Jimmy Dore especially. I watch one video, he spends as much as fast. Oh my god. Whatever. He literally is, like, not that much different from Kyle. He just literally has more commentary just because he usually gets his clips off of his live chats that he does, live streams that he does on Saturdays. Whenever he's not touring. Or going, you know, to different little towns. I mean, he also does interviews. Like, he's interviewed Tulsi Gabbard. He's also interviewed different, professors and different other politicians as well. I mean, you want me to link one of those? It's much more factually accurate than Jimmy. They both, I mean, but they both use pretty similar stuff. Like, I mean, like, Jimmy literally, like, goes off of Kyle a lot of the times. Like, during the show I saw live with Jimmy Dore, like, most segments had Kyle tweets, and he was talking, and usually pretty much talking in agreement with whatever Kyle was talking about in those tweets. Like, they're pretty much along the same lines when it comes to their politics and stuff. It's more about showmanship, because he's a comedian. That's what he primarily does. Like, his show primarily is commentary compared to others because he's a comedian. Doesn't necessarily mean what he's talking about isn't incorrect, though. Maybe it's the worst possible video I could pick to watch. Possibly. I could find another one that isn't, like, so intense, maybe. Here, I could probably, well, I won't be able to show here, and also I can't get on YouTube on this anyway, but I could probably show one that isn't so, like, one that's more benign, I suppose, or something. Or one of the clips that, I was, at, when he did the Portland, Oregon show. Or something. I'll find something. I mean, because also Kyle and Jimmy also talk very frequently. Like, they're really close friends. Like, they have each other's phone numbers, and I know Kyle's talked about how they text each other from time to time, and, like, personally, you know, and talk to each other. So, I mean, I know they definitely are for the most part, pretty much on the same spectrum politically, and for the most part, and all. And besides maybe a couple things here and there. But well, 2.5 hours. Damn, son. Damn, son. Well, the Guardian's kind of the wild card. And it can be sometimes. You know what? To conclude this, let's check out some news. Get out of here. Get out of here. Cunt. Where is it? There you are. You'll put on stuff that most other outlets refuse to, but the editorials are usually shit. What the hell? What the fuck? Texas police officer responds to noise complaint, ends up riding mechanical bull. A Texas police officer responded to a noise complaint Saturday for a birthday celebration that was a little too loud. At first, Officer Besser from the Kilgore Police Department arrived at the house in hopes of getting the group to quiet down, but it quickly became the life of the party. Okay then. The video provided the Kilgore Police Department shows Officer Besser showing off his mechanical bull riding skills to the group and making the birthday celebration memorable, to say the least. And it doesn't give a video. Fuck you. Okay then. That was a very short and boring, benign story that didn't really end up being as interesting as I thought. What the fuck? Man gets arrested for having this bumper sticker on his car, and that's not the worst part. We have been... oh god, here we go. There have been claims of America having a free speech crisis where people are saying it's rampant in interest on the internet and college campuses. Oh my god. The crisis involves seeing protests being pepper sprayed and social... Okay. The crisis can be seen possibly anywhere in the U.S., including Florida. Florida man was pulled over for a decal on his car. Webb was asked to pull over by Sheriff's Deputy Lake City, who says his sticker was derogatory. Webb's decal was plastered on the back of the window. His vehicle read as big in bold letters, "I eat ass." I'd eat ass? I'd eat ass! Oh my god! Why? Why? Webb's decal was plastered on the back of his window. The arrested civilian disagreed with the officer's classification of his decal, where he asked what was so derogatory about the sticker. In response, the deputy mentions a sample scene of a 10-year-old child who might see the decal, asks his mom what that means, and explain to parent and how the parent is supposed to explain that. Oh my fucking god! Webb responded back to the officer saying that his parents' job, not his. Yeah! Fuck off! Exactly! Pardon this... Give this Florida man the Medal of Honor right now. I want Trump to give him the Medal of Honor right now. Get him in Trump's office immediately. Webb was not even asked if he could remove one of the letters S on the decal, so instead it would say, "I eat ass." It would read, "I eat as." He asked before the deputy made a move to arrest him, but when he did refuse, Webb was charged with resisting arrest and obscenity. Oh my god. Webb's, Andrew, Bondarude? Webb's attorney says that his client's refusal to take down what he thought protected his right or freedom of speech was a show of bravery. Yeah. Low key, a little bit. Yeah, it is not bravery, but just, yeah. Protecting his right. Fuck you. He had his statement that Webb showed courage. Okay, whatever. Oh my god. Pardon this man. I eat ass. I eat ass. I eat ass. I eat ass. I eat ass, mama. What does that mean? What does that mean? I eat ass. Let's see what's going on. Damn, 60-foot long dessert sets Portland record. Okay. Weather. How's the weather today, y'all? Very close to 90 degrees in Portland as we head towards 5 p.m. We haven't been above 88 in over 5 weeks, but we could hit 89, 91 next couple of hours. Oh, God. World's falling apart. Climate change happening. We're all gonna die. Yay. Yay. Alright, well, I'm done looking at news now. It's boring. What news are you reading? Sounds like a tabloid. Just literally some random news app that's on this phone. Newsbreak is the app. It's just random shit. It just collects random articles and news and tabloids, I guess. But they do have Robert Reich sometimes. It is really good. Oh yeah, Robert Reich is awesome, dude. I love him. Literally the epitome of Orange Man bad mem. Orange Man bad! Let me just tell you. Alright, well, I'm getting out of here now. It's been a while. It's been a long while now. You really got me now. Alrighty. Well, peace out, everybody. As I hit this bowl. Alrighty, well, peace out. Now, see y'all in the next one.